Please open in your learning workbooks to page 99. Let's solve some problems. All right, we have the following. Use radical notation. To rewrite the expressions. Simplify if possible. Part A. 16 625ths raised to the 1/4 power. Okay, let's use our newly learned rule. A to the 1/n is the same thing as the nth root of A. Therefore, this fraction raised to the 1/4 is the same as the 4th root of this fraction. Now to simplify this, we have to understand what a 4th root means. The 4th root of a number is another number that, when raised to the 4th power, gives us this value. In other words, if we put the same number in each one of these boxes, then when we multiply that same number by itself a total of 4 times, it will give us the result 16 over 625. Well, since the result is a fraction, it stands to reason that each one of these numbers would also be a fraction. And we know the way multiplying fractions works. When you multiply fractions, you simply multiply across the numerators to get the new numerator. So what number times itself 4 times makes 16? 2. A little bit harder, but still answerable. What number times itself 4 times makes 625? The answer is 5. From this we learn that 2/5 raised to the 4th power equals 16 over 625. Therefore, reversing that process, the 4th root of 16 over 625 must equal 2/5. The answer to part A is 2/5. Let's move on to part B. Part B says, simplify this expression. Here we have to be careful. This negative sitting out front is mathematical shorthand for multiplication by the number -1. So this can be written as -1 times 64 to the 1/6 power. This is an important thing to realize because it helps us understand that the base of this exponential expression is 64, not -64. If we wanted the base to be -64, then both the negative and the 64 would have to be in parentheses. These are different. So, let's focus on what we are doing in this problem. Now that we have extracted this -1, we can simplify this exponential expression using this rule. -1 times, and instead of 64 to the 1/6 power, we can write the 6th root of 64. Now, what number times itself 6 times makes 64? The answer is 2. So now we have -1 times 2, which gives us the final answer, -2. All right, let's try one more. C. 4m to the 1/2 power. What's the base of this exponential expression? Is it m or is it 4m? The answer is m. If we wanted the base to be 4m, then both the 4 and the m would have to be in parentheses. And since there are no parentheses, that indicates that our base is simply m. These are different. So let's focus on the problem we are solving. We want to know what is 4 times m to the 1/2 power. Well, we know that m to the 1/2 power is the same as the square root of m, so we get 4 times the square root of m, which could also be written in the simplified form, 4 times the square root of m. All I did is remove the multiplication dot.